Hello, welcome back to Money Making Mondays here in Puerto Vallarta, where I take properties that I feel are good investments and I analyze them. I show you guys the number. I look at comparables on Airbnb and VBRO and other rental websites, and we run all the numbers. And I show you guys the spreadsheets and show you exactly how much money you could be making from an investment down in Mexico, more specifically in the Puerto Vallarta area. So today I'm actually really excited. This listing that I'm going to show you is awesome. It's a little, I guess, casita bungalow. It's on an eco resort just outside of the main town in Sayulita. For those of you who do not know, Sayulita is like a surf town about 45 minutes outside of Puerto Vallarta and from the airport. So let's zoom into where we are actually going here. Okay, so we got Puerto Vallarta. Here, let's zoom in. Highway north, and here's Sayulita. Okay. So here's like the main plaza of Sayulita. And up here, it's not even on the map yet. This map is a little bit old and it doesn't show it there, but this eco resort is pretty new, but it's in this lot right here. So let's go see some photos. And by the way, that's, super close to the beach right there. That's the surf beach. That's beautiful. Okay, let's go check out some photos. You know what? No, we're going to go details first. Okay, so this place is listed at $595 US, which works out to about $817,000 Canadian. And so this is a eco resort. It's on a strata. It's got a common property. There's parking. We're looking at a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, total of about 1,400 square feet. Now that includes the balconies that are on here, but this place is awesome. Thatched palapa roofs, and everything is fully equipped because it's currently operating on Airbnb. I think there's a dozen of these little houses on here. So I'll show you the actual places. This is it here, number 6. Little tiny tower buildings. They're super cool. They're kind of like treehouse vibes in the jungle. And there you can see there's the common area pool and the parking, and boom, there's the beach. Okay. Checking it out. They have the couches here, so you can just rearrange those cushions however you want if you need to sleep extra people. I believe in the main bedroom there's a queen size bed. Ooh, nice little office space. Lots of very boho style Jungle Book decor. Yeah, here's the queen size bed in the main bedroom. Tight space, but it's all for the experience. Like, I personally love this sort of stuff on Airbnb. Like, I've booked these types of places 6 months in advance just so I could go experience it, and I was not disappointed. So here's the second room with your 2 beds. This would be a super cool romantic getaway for pretty much anybody. Pool and common area. That's awesome. Okay, so let's jump into the numbers and why I use the numbers. All right, so upfront cost if you're buying in cash, which, as I've mentioned before, I know not everyone has cash to put down, but I'm talking to investors here that understand how to make your money, make you more money, and want to keep their money out of the hands of different bureaucracies and tax institutions. So if you can purchase it all in cash and jump through all the hoops and get your residency, get a bank account, and do all that stuff, I'll show you what the number pops out at the end. So closing costs is 6%. These numbers are estimates other than the property tax and the HOA. These are all these green ones are in pesos, but then I convert at the end. So your operating expenses per month is $756. All right. So your total upfront cost is $866. That's after your purchase price and your closing costs calculated at 6%. And if you want a full breakdown of that, you can find that in my buyer's guide. I'll have a link for that down below. Now let's take a look at some income here. So what I'm using here is, I got 4 better from the last one, but this is a $238 per night. And now, so I've found these units on two different websites. One is a Sayulita Life rental, where I've found two other comparable units that are in the complex. I'll show you them here. This is the exact one. Now they're calling it 225 a night on low season, 295 a night in high season. Now I don't know if this is in US dollars. It probably is, but that's also not counting for any of the fees, any of the cleaning fees, any of the management fees, any of that sort of stuff. And of course, we want to be as transparent and as progressive on this, or I guess conservative on this as possible, to show you guys what is possible on like the bottom line, and then from there it can only go up. And also, I didn't even factor in any holidays. Like holidays are like adding 50% to their nightly rates. So yeah, this is the exact place. This is one of the neighboring ones. A 2 to 5 guests, 2 bedrooms, 4 beds. Yeah, it's pretty much the same price, nightly rate. And then a different one on Airbnb. This one has everything's in Spanish because I'm in Mexico, and my VPN is set to Mexico as well. So it kind of just automatically goes into Spanish. I can change that if I need to. But yeah, so it sleeps 5 guests. And so I did the math with all this. And again, I run my numbers before they add the tax and the Airbnb fees. So that way we're working with like the net expense or the net income, not dealing with the gross income, then having to do all those deductions later. So we go back to my sheet here. I used using $230 Canadian per night at $17.84, and that was, they had it set up, I believe, with a discount for booking a week. So that comes out to, yeah, that's your weekly rate, $17.84. Now, like I say, this is an average based between the low season and high season. And actually, I just want to show you something on Airbnb. They didn't even change. So this is for July. They did not change their nightly rate from high season to low season. I don't know if they're expecting to get that during all year round, or if that's the way it's been. I know Sayulita has been an increasingly busy place, as well as the whole region of Puerto Vallarta, Sayulita, Bucerias, all these places are getting busier and busier in the off season, where I think more people are just moving down here, more people are exploring down here, seeing what it's all about, and they're staying all year round. So there's less fluctuation between the high and the low seasons. So I took a lower number, basing it if they were to have lower rates during the summertime, even though that doesn't seem to be the case. And also, I didn't factor in anything to do with holiday rates, which in Mexico anyways, holidays are like 2 weekends out of the year, I swear. This weekend's a holiday. I don't even know what it is. So looking at that, working at a 75% occupancy rate and a 20% management fee, your monthly income net after those expenses will be $38.81, totaling to $46,000 per year, which works out to a cash-on-cash return of 5.3% annually. Now, this is where it gets fun. When you start to, move forward onto the next steps, like I was saying, with getting your residency and getting your tax number and then getting a bank account. And that's when things get fun, because I've got a connection with an investment banker who, because interest rates are so much different in Mexico and they're so heavily incentivizing foreign investment, they're making very attractive options for guaranteed investments and GICs and things like that, where like I have friends with GICs on a 6-month term paying out like 13%, and they're paying out, I think, weekly. So if you were to, so I did a quick calculation looking at basically how you do this. You would take 6 months of income from the Airbnb. You take that 6 months and you put it into a 6-month GIC. So basically giving yourself a 6-month buffer period, and then we start the 1-year timer. So you take that 6 months earnings, run it through the GIC, you can always reinvest it, and then pull it out at the end. And now you're going to add it to the next 6 months of operating income, and you're going to put those both lump sums into another 6-month GIC. And then you are raising your um, income by $19,000, which is 42%. By looping that in and making some serious income, moving up your cash on cash return up to a 7.66%. That's if you're not financing any money. Obviously, if you're going to be financing money, we do this calculation completely different for ROI. It's a whole different ball game. But yeah, that's bringing in a total of $66,000 per year, and that's not in factoring in increases over time of nightly stays as you build a reputation, as you build I guess, an audience as well, if you treat it really like a business. But yeah, so that's that on a $817,000 2-bedroom boutique bungalow that's super cool, stylish, boho in an eco resort in super popular destination Sayulita. Baseline 5.3%. You want to add some stuff, 7.6% cash on cash return on an annual basis, $66,000 a year of income. That sounds all right. And like I say, that's working fairly conservatively. Sky's the limit. All right, so thanks for tuning in to this week's Money Making Mondays. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see other things or other elements added to this, let me know in the comments below. Hit a like, it helps. Subscribe if you want to see more of these. Or there's also a link down below where you can, like I said before, get my buyer's guide, and that also puts you on my email list to then receive these videos in an email. Thanks for tuning in.